Am I growing? Probably. Hello, sweet friends. It's Sarah at Crochet.With.Coffee, and thank you so much for joining me for another Monday chat. And this one is also a vlog style. So this week, my daughter and I went to several different thrift stores, and we also went to an antique mall. And I wanted to show you some of the things that I got there. But first, I want to take you along with me to show you what it was that we saw there. So my goal was to see how many crocheted and handmade items I could find at these locations. So at the thrift store and the antique mall, I wanted to see what I could find there. I found a lot of crochet things, and I found a lot of knitted things and a lot of handmade things. So I wanted to show you what it was that we saw while we were out. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you what I brought home with me. Let's get started, and I will walk you around those thrift stores and the antique mall. So we ended up starting at the thrift stores, and I found these really cute mugs. I wish I could have had the sound on, but they had some music playing, and I didn't want YouTube to remove the video just because of copyright music. My daughter found a little hard rock cup there. I like that mug. Is that cute or what? I love those colors. And then we had so many fun crocheted items that were in the store. There were throws, and there were blankets, and all kinds of really nice crocheted finds. That blanket was absolutely gorgeous. I loved it. Such pretty colors, and the designs are really nice. And this blanket was a knitted blanket. It was so intricate and pretty. So much work went into this. A single crochet throw. This one, I love the colors on this one. There's that fall color. I think it was called Autumn and Red Heart. A moss stitch crocheted blanket. This one was super comfy. And this was another knit blanket with chunky yarn. And this cute little message on it. $2. That was a shawl. And this table runner, I was really debating on whether or not to get this one. I just didn't have a place for it, but it's so pretty. My daughter always checks for records for my son because he has a record player, and she loves to see if she can find anything that's a good fit for what he likes. Oh, this little wrap was so pretty. The colors were so nice. And this little knitted garment, it was half price. There were a lot of items half price that day. Isn't this cute? I always check to see if I can find any fun crochet hooks, but if you've ever thrifted, you know there's tons of knitting needles and hardly any crochet hooks left. Whether they get donated or bought really quickly, I don't know. Then there's a little bit of yarn, just nothing I was interested in. This really pretty Amazing Grace picture with the chickadees on it. I love chickadees, they're so cute. And this crocheted baby blanket. Now we're at the antique mall. The others were the thrift stores, now we're at the antique mall. So there's that one. These were so pretty. Just the amount of work that has gone into all the doilies that we found that day was amazing. This blanket was so pretty and delicate and intricate. And this cute little knit, I think it was a bunny. There were so many pretty crocheted items. This was a knit bear. Oh, look at this little chicken! He's so cute! And we found all these really cute bags. I really wanted that one for a project bag. They were just so unique, and I love the colors and the patchwork look. Absolutely adorable. I loved this booth. It was so cozy. And the spinning wheel was so neat. I love the colors in here. And some crocheted dishcloths. This was the other side of the same booth. So same decor. I just loved it so much. I wanted to live in the space. It's so pretty. All the rustic items. Here was a booth that had a lot of yarn in it. This was my favorite one that I found. It was black and orange and yellow. It looks blue in the package, but it was black. Knitting needles, didn't find crochet hooks. This blanket was so neat because I remember having one almost exactly like this as a kid. Mine was a little bit more of a pinkish or a purplish pink for the flowers, but everything else was almost exact. And these snow babies, they were fun to find because my mom used to get them for my grandma and she would collect them. And I love this recipe box. It was so cute. And then this hand-painted cutting board in the back. I love that one. This one was just so pretty. There were so many gorgeous doilies all over this place. And baskets. Are those Longaberger baskets? I remember those as a kid. And this, I just love the design on these. It's so nostalgic and it just brings me home. And little crocheted, I think these are hot pads. And this little scrubby was great. Oh, I love these bowls, but look at the price. It's over $100. Oh my goodness. And there's a matching one. If I ever find these at a thrift store, I'm getting them in orange or green. I love either one. That's for my mom if she's watching. And there's the creator of all these things in this booth if you're interested. We had some more mugs. I think we're back at the thrift store over here. I loved that this doily was used as decoration around this frame. It was so pretty. And here are some great crafting books. I had so much fun looking through these. I really wanted to get this for the little chicken blanket. It was so cute. Some cross stitch. There were some nice ones in there that still had all the stuff for them. This one had some really cute designs in it, but it was too intricate for knitting with what I currently do, so I left it behind just in case somebody else wanted it. I do think I remember seeing that one here last time I was here though. This color work was so pretty. That was a great blanket book. Such pretty designs. And at first I thought this one was a knitted sweater, but it is crocheted. So I was really shocked when I looked at it more. I mean, it says crochet on the cover, but still. And looking over here at this lampshade, I just really love that one. It was $60, so without having a place to put it, wasn't going to get that one. And we have some pot holders and some doilies. This is back at the antique mall. I don't know why my clips got jumbled up in here a little bit, but this is the antique mall again. This one was so nice. The deer and the trees, it was so pretty. And we have, this was the print, that ivy was the print my mom had. I don't know if she still has it or not. Coffee grinder. This was so cute, that little set there. Is that an ice bucket? I wasn't sure what that was. And then we have this Tupperware over here in the corner. I found so much of that. This little tea kettle was so cute. More Tupperware. I remember having one of these. My mom had that as a kid. And a couple of these bowls. Those are the bowls that we were allowed to eat out of when we were little, so we wouldn't break the real dishes. I bet you guys all have that for your kids or your grandkids, or you've used them yourself. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. We had these canisters for flour and sugar, but the ones we had were dark blue. I would love to get a set of orange ones or green ones. More Tupperware. I love these colors. And this was so cute. I wasn't sure what it was, but I checked underneath this and it is a lamp. It just needs a bulb. I thought that was so cute. And this coat rack, we had one exactly like this when I was growing up for $250. My daughter was saying all the stuff that you used to have would be so valuable now. It was so funny. Everything I found that I used to have as a kid was so expensive. These pillows were so cute. And this, I think it was a tablecloth. So pretty. So much detail. And these were for the 250 years of celebrating America. So cute. This knitted blanket was adorable. I loved this so much. The colors were gorgeous. It was falling apart a little bit and I couldn't find a price tag. So I decided to leave it, but it was so cute because I really don't need another one of those. And this little set was so pretty. The setup was gorgeous with the roses and the baby's breath. And this blanket, oh my goodness. So pretty. All of those are little tiny flowers. I love it so much. And this set of bowls, I think it was $250. That's the kind of thing I need to thrift. And that cookie jar is so pretty and cute. This lamp was gorgeous. The dresser it was on was so pretty. I love it. These, oh, I love them. And this lamp was so pretty. All of these are just so cute. This one, I've never seen this before. Are they little pansies? This was cute. If it was a mug, I would have gotten it. Love more cute lamps. And this was so cool. It's a crochet thread dispenser or a holder, but it keeps track of your crochet thread so you don't have it running all over the place while you unwind it. I love that. And this was so cool. This is the same print that my grandparents had at their house. So I do have some of the pieces that they had in their house, but it was so fun to find that. Gotta love these old phones. I loved having those as a kid. I love checking out this booth every time we come here. It has the cutest things. And it has some really pretty cross stitch in here too that I love to look at. Coffee grinder. Oh, there's a set that I want. It was another couple $100. And this dry sink was so pretty. So I hope you had fun with that because I really enjoyed it. I love going to thrift stores and antique stores or antique malls and just things that are very nostalgic. Like that is my all-time favorite. Like I love nostalgic things like from the 70s and 80s, things that I know that I grew up with. Always a fun adventure. So I hope you had fun with me doing that, but let's see what it was that I brought home. So I brought home this whole basket. And this basket was $10, but as we were cashing out, my daughter saw a sign that said baskets were 50% off. So I got it for $5. So, I mean, this is a good sturdy basket. That is big. It's really nice. So anyway, the first thing that I got, I'm just going to go from the top to the bottom. There's really no order. This is not handmade, but it's from Planet Earth Sweaters, and it is made in Bolivia, and it's 100% llama. So I got this because of that. But look at the pretty design on there. I just think that's gorgeous. And it says to dry clean only. And you know what I did? Threw it in the washer and I hung it out to dry. Look at me. I actually let it air dry instead of put it in the dryer. So am I growing? Probably. So that is an improvement for what I typically do with things that I purchase. I normally just wash and dry everything. So that is this sweater, the back side of it. I just thought the design was so pretty. There's some color work in here, but also some embroidery. Let's see if I move this over here. So you can see there. And then over here, these leaves are embroidered on. And these little accents here. But the rest is knit. So I thought that was so cute. And I believe this one I got for $4, if I'm remembering correctly. So I got that. And then along with another sweater, I got this. Now, this is knit, which I would not mind making this as a knit. Somebody stole my spot. I wouldn't mind redoing this in knit. I believe this is Hobby Lobby yarn. I did use this before. It's like a navy blue with a whole bunch of colored specks throughout. So like a tweed type of, or like a flecked yarn. So this is knit, and I do think that this is too long for what it's made for, but let me try it on so you can see. I do want to do this in a crocheted version, which I would do a tutorial on. And hi. Hello. So I would do a crocheted tutorial on this same idea, but it's really cute. I just think it's a little too long because it does hang over your arms on either side like that. But it has the body of it is knit. Is that stockinette? Is that how you call it? Where it's knit on the one side and purl on the other side. And then it has a border, and I believe that is done with one knit row, one purl row. Maybe? Is that the garter stitch? Would that be it? But anyway, it's that around the edge. So the top and the bottom portion have that stitch on it. And then it has looks like it has a knit 2, purl 2 for the cuff. And then it is just seamed up just a tiny bit there. And I think by the look of it, looks like it's made in one large panel, and then you just seam up the cuff and right below the cuff, like right there. So you have some very big blousey sleeves. It's very warm, so nice and cozy, but it's like a little bit of a wrap. See? Cute. I really like it. So I figured this would be a really good thing to have, and I can use it as a template. I was thinking even maybe a moss stitch for crochet to make this, and I would just make the sleeves shorter so that they're not as blousey. But even so, with it being blousey like that, it's not falling off. So that's the thing. I was like, it's going to be too drapey that it's just going to fall off your shoulders. But it actually is working really well. So let me show you this way. So there's the cuff there, and just goes up, up, and it keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. That's halfway. That's half of it. So very cute. I feel like very simple construction, but it makes it look really nice and decorative and all that stuff. So I need to wash that. And then I got this glass jar because I was looking for something to put tea bags in. My son makes iced tea in our house, and he loves to do that, but I wanted the tea bags in something other than just like the box that it comes in. So I figured that would be a really pretty thing to put them in the pantry. So something a little bit more on the decorative side than boxes. And then I found several crochet books or knit books or crafting books. So I want to show you those. This one is the Crochet Closet. It's 15 designs to enhance your wardrobe. Got it. Actually, I got this for 50 cents because it was a buy one, get one. So that, look at this one. That's such a cute design. And then let me show you some of the others. I'm sure that you can find this online somewhere if you have the title. You could probably find it for sale somewhere online, either new or on eBay. A lot of the time they will have them there as well. Look at this one. Sorry about the glare there. It's so cute. And this one. There's just some really adorable designs. Look at that. So nice. But yeah, that one had some really cute designs in it. Oh, let me see this one. That one. That's so pretty. Oh, this one. Look at how comfy that looks. The big sleeves. Love it. All right, so then we had that one, and then I had, let's see. This one is Glorious Crocheted Sweaters. I just loved the look of that sweater on the front. So these are like colorwork sweaters, and you're using some type of fuzzy yarn. Let me see what they say to use. So this one is a bulky weight mohair is what it's calling for. So I've got that one. There's this one. And there's the title if you didn't see that already, just in case you want to look for it. Let's see what's inside. Ooh. So these are crocheted. That's really cute. Rippled sweater. Ooh, look at this one. How comfy. It looks like it's a front post and a back post stitch. And then you also have that pockets worked into that. Cute. Yeah, I don't know what stitch that is, but it looks like a front and back post stitch, like a double crochet. Front post double crochet, back post double crochet is my guess. And then they have the color work things. I thought for sure that that one on the front cover was knit, but it's crocheted. It says crocheted on the cover. I missed that. But that is crocheted. It's not knit. It looks knit. I love it. So cute. All right. This other one was a knit. It's all about knitting. And I wanted to show you something in here because when I was looking through it, I was like, this is exactly what I've needed as far as knitting goes. Like, I need this. So this format, you know how the drawings and stuff in there? That is how I originally learned in the book that I had. So this is like the best way for me to learn is looking at diagrams and like pictures like this, like drawn out pictures on how everything is structured. Like that's better for me than somebody showing, like physically showing you on a video. This is the best way for me to learn. So I was really excited to see that this was in here because that will be really helpful for me learning new techniques. Now the last one is this country cross stitch. So it has these cute little, look at all of those cute little designs. And this is one of those things that I really just look at as like very nostalgic. I love it. Love it so much. Get some of these colored pictures. Look at those. They're so cute. Oh, and this stuff, I love this. So pretty. One more page and then I'll be done bothering you with all this stuff. This one. Look at that. I want to make that one. I love it. So cute. So yeah, that's what I found at the thrift store and the antique mall. I was looking for a mug, could not find a mug that I wanted. So didn't get that, but I did get some really fun things and I found some good things. So actually these are all thrifted. I didn't find anything at the antique store. My daughter found 2 Beanie Babies that she was looking for, so that was good at the antique store, but I didn't find anything there. So she's gonna go in the basket. She's in the basket now. All right, so thank you so much for joining me today. If you had fun with me today, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you would like to stick around for more yarn related content, you can hit that subscribe button. That is free to do that. And it would help the channel out so much. So I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope you find joy in the little things.